Right guys, Shay here on Even Bounce. Hope you're well. Tomorrow is Friday the 24th of January, which means it's the fourth and final test between South Africa and England. I want to give my thoughts on the next few days and how I think things are shaping up. So I'll start with South Africa. It makes it simple. I'll start with the home team. I mean, obviously a lot's been made obviously the past few days with the ODI squad coming out. The Cot now being elected as captain of the ODI team. Faf obviously seemingly on his way out, so it's kind of passing the torch. I still think though, knowing Faf, that he's got a little bit left in him, and he'll want obviously prove a point in what could very well be his last Test match. I've got a feeling from what he said, he's going to be going to the West Indies as part of the Test team as captain, almost certainly, and then he'll pretty bow out. My personal opinion is that they want to go with a new captain for the series in a few months' time. It would probably be beneficial, because obviously Fast as well anyway. So I think all eyes will be on him, but not as many eyes on him as there will be on Temba Bavuma, who is, from my opinion, a shoo-in to get into the team. So for tomorrow, I think they'll probably drop Hamza. I don't think they'll drop Van der Dusen. I think that Hamza will be the one to go. Interesting to see he goes at 3, Faf possibly move up to 3. I would personally be tempted to put Bavuma at 3. He's obviously in better form than Faf is, so do you want to kind of throw lambs to the slaughter, if you will, with Faf at 3? I just feel like Temba, it's probably going to be his position anyway going forward. 3, maybe 4, but that top 4 position. So I think that he should maybe go in at 3, let Faf stay at 4, and Van der Dusen at 5. Obviously, they've got one enforced change with Rabard obviously missing this Test match. I think with Bjorn Hendricks most likely to come in, I think they'll probably go with Hendricks because it's home ground now, obviously. He's coming off some decent form as well, so I expect him to get into the team. I guess the only question is really, do you go with an all-seam attack? I guess it's a question on both sides. I don't think so. I think they'll probably sit Mirage. And they might stick Patterson. They may go back to Pretorius, because I think, well, it's going to obviously, you're going to have a good seam attack, so you might want to short the batting a little bit and bring Pretorius back for Patterson. But I think Bjorn Hendricks will be the one to replace Rabada. But apart from that, I think, 1, maybe 2 changes to the side. I might be tempted to stick with Patterson, actually. He played pretty well. I thought he did okay with the ball in the third test in PE, so they might give him another chance. But like I said, you might want to short the batting a little bit, so Torres might come back to the side. I can't see Pep the Choir coming into the team. I think they'll probably go back to Torres. I won't mind Pep the Choir. I think I've been quite vocal about that on these videos. I'm a big fan of his. So if he gets in, great. I think he'll do a good job. So but I think at some point anyway, he'll become we'll get into the team anyway. Whether it becomes a fixture of the team, we'll find out. He's got what it takes, but I think he will get in. So yeah, that's South Africa, England. I think obviously for them, the major, it's not really dilemma. It's a great thing to have that. Obviously Archer seems to be fit and firing, which is fantastic for England. I think I said prior to the third test that to have Wood and Archer available to fit, bowling in tandem in Test match cricket on a wicket like the Wanderers, that's going to be good to see. I really hope they do it. Now, if they drop Bess, that'd be interesting. I think they'll keep Bess. I've got a feeling they might just stick with Bess, potentially. They might just adjudicate it in the morning to see, how much grass on the wicket, how much of a seam as Paris is going to be. But I tell you what, Ward, Archer, Broad, Stokes and Curran, not bad, is it? Not bad. I mean, just in terms of who would make way if they stick with Bess, who makes way for Archer, I actually think it'd be Sam Curran. I think you probably stick with Broad. I think obviously you want obviously a little bit of experience there. You also got question marks over Ward's ability to last the 5 days. If he has potential breakdown, then what happens then? Don't you want a strike bowler there? Now, whether Sam Curran's really a strike bowler, I don't think so. So I would personally be tempted to drop Curran. The only problem with that is obviously you're then weakening the batting lineup. So that's obviously going to be I think, a point of contention for both sides. But if you drop Curran, then you've got a top, well, 8 to 11 of Wood, Archer, Broad and Bess. Now Bess obviously fancies himself as a bit of a batsman, but the reality is he hasn't performed, has he, so far in these 2 tests at Newlands and PE. So he probably would go in at 8 and then Wood 9, Archer 10, Broad 11 or something like that, rotating Archer and Broad. But Silverwood might be a little bit worried about that, about putting kind of his eggs in that top 7, because whilst obviously they perform better in South Africa, the reality is it's going to be a good wicket for bowling on, almost certainly. They're going to have still a reasonably potent attack, even with Hendricks and Patterson in there. There's some Philander in there as well. I mean, it's like the bowling attack, I think about it, reading, saying out loud basically there, you're not that strong. Could you bank on having a strong top 7 with Butler and the likes of Denley, part of that as well, Zach Crawley? I mean, Root's kind of blown a little bit hot and cold, you could say. I mean, he's done well, but he's not done amazing. You don't know how he's going to perform, obviously, in this test match. You could see him getting a couple of 30s, do you know what I mean? So, to me, there's still question marks over that lineup. I mean, Stokes obviously, very strong now. Pope looks like to be someone who can make runs pretty much anywhere at the moment, the kind of form he's in. So, you've got a couple of guys there, and obviously Sibley looks better now, but I still think there's some question marks over it. So, with obviously Butler kind of hopelessly out of form, can they really bank that top 7 to kind of get in the front of the board? We'll have to wait and see. I'll be interested to see that. They might just stick with the same 11 and keep Archer out. But I'll tell you what, just to see Archer in that team, bowling on that strip, I want to be seeing that. I think that's what a lot of fans, England and otherwise, neutral, want to be seeing. So yeah, good to see. I expect the results, weather permitting. I can imagine 4 and a bit days, this will be all over. We'll have to wait and see, obviously, but I just think both battle lineups are still a little bit brittle. Obviously, England's less brittle, but still a little bit brittle nonetheless. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I'm trying to think of anything else. I think that's about it, really. I haven't seen the forecast. I should have checked it. I forgot to check it. So yes, I'm hoping that I'm expecting it's going to be sunny tomorrow. I look forward to watching a little bit of the test. Anyway, guys, if you found the content enjoyable, please do like the video, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.